Only one matchup goes by the name of Revivalry. So everybody open their hymnals to the same page. Come under the tent as we come together with one accord for these old foes to clash again. A look at McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Baylor Bears. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
McLean Stadium is one of the most unique in all of college football. You can literally sailgate, drive your boat right to the stadium. This is a beautiful stadium, smaller capacity, but these fans make it special. From the run-on of all the students to start the game, they are loud and passionate every time the football is kicked off in Texas. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Bears ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Horned Frogs offense will have first crack at this one. These two have a lot more in common than they would care to admit, so when you get a chance to break your rival's heart, it feels really good. And the last time they met, TCU did just that.
It was tight. Baylor fans still angry because they felt some calls didn't go their way. But at the end of the day, it was TCU making the plays they needed to make. But, David, TCU knows they're going to be facing a very motivated Baylor squad.
No doubt about it. And they're ready to put a streak together. They're ready to win a bunch of these rivalry games in a row. Talking to them, they feel like they're the better team, they're the better program, and they're going more in a positive direction.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think.
Makes the grab in their space. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
Tight ends nowadays, they're oversized wide receivers. They run routes like wide receivers. They make people miss now in space. They're guys that are now featured in offenses where in the past that wasn't the case.
Makes the grab. It's small. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. They'll try the right side. Hard running there. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Flagway wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Miller. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. You know, when these two first met in 1899, both schools were located in Waco. Of course, TCU eventually relocated, and relocating the Frogs in the conference realignment race over the years has stoked the fires of this rivalry.
And it's weird because Reese covered that game. And I know that because he was the sideline reporter. It was a 0-0 tie. Yes, both teams from the same region, so a lot on the line. We've seen some excitement with these rivalry games, and with this matchup, Jesse, I'm excited about today.
Me too, and I think when you think about Texas football, everyone's always talking about Texas versus Texas A&M. Don't forget about Baylor TCU. These fan bases do not like each other, and the action on the field seemingly always delivers.
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Bears have their offense in high gear. Hand it to the back. He breaks a tackle. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Caught in the backfield. It's Miller. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Plows his way ahead. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Nice play to knock that one down.
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
3rd and short for the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Throwing, Lagway. Oh, pressure's coming. Left side, it's Livingston. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll go to the counter. Plows through the defense. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a crease, it's Turner. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Runs through a tackle. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Lagway unloads to the wideout. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The Bears will call on their punt team. High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. From the gun, it's Payne. And they didn't pick up any extra room to operate, but they at least got it back to the original line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And the Horned Frogs will try to pin them back with the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get it.
Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
Will send its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play-action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back. So you have no idea what's happening behind you. You have no presence for where that rush is coming from. All of a sudden, you whip your head back around, and oftentimes, it's too late. You saw that right there.
On the return. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hits inside, it's Turner. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Right side, it's Miller. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Here's Lagway to pass. Fires to the wideout. That's caught by Williams. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. From the gun, makes a man miss. And he's able to pick up a few yards as we reach the end of the first quarter. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Flagway on the play action. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Baylor. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point was good. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. The toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Craig. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Horned Frogs line up to punt it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Trying to make magic on the scramble. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Past the 30.
And I tell you what, as a defense, you just got to stick with it. You got to keep playing and keep chasing. These QBs can do this. You watch them scramble around outside the pocket, gain some yards, but great job by the defense continuing to pursue, make the hit, cause the fumble.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They were all over it.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
To throw, it's Craig. Escapes the pressure to his right. Just gets rid of that one.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Quick strike through the air for the score. What a grab and what a offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. Turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Bought a little time, lets it go.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
3rd and long right here. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Tosses it incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rush is on, and he never had a chance.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
He'll try to do it himself. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. And And the Horned Frogs decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. On the return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Flagway wants to throw. Between the hashes, it's Livingston. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Flagway. He'll get rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Miller. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go play action with Lagway. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even... Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Play fake Lagway. They're all over it. Got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown Bears. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the fastest rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Craig. Here comes the heat. Gets rid of it.
And those are the ones you just want to pull it back in as soon as you throw it as a quarterback, because you know he was open, I had him, I just put too much underneath it and missed out on a big play.
Going over the top. He's got it down the field. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Horned Frogs have this offense rolling. Wants to throw on first. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working that wide receiver screen. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, give the defense credit on that one, because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the Oak. Tough to give up those penalty yards in that situation. Now it's just 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He'll be knocked down, but not before doling out some punishment and getting 7. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Craig. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes another momentum-building play, his second interception.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets that thing away from the goal line. He's all the way out to the 7 with a pickup of 6. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Bears in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Throwing, Lagway. Extending the play. Going to try to get it himself. Slides to the ground after picking up the first. Great play on 2nd and short. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide left, it's Porter. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Bears in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Miller. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big... That brings up a 4th down. The Bears will send out the punt unit.
Number 94 in punt formation to kick it away.
And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting the field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The short hands, it's small. Still running at the 40. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Long incompletions are okay. We got to take shots. You got to make big plays in college football. I love that you're taking shots. Keep taking them. Some of those are going to come home. Some of them aren't. But when they come home, they equal big-time points.
He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future. And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the Kentucky Wildcats. And it's the Sooners who finish off the victory to get to 4-1. They led this one at halftime. They held off a second-half comeback attempt. This group has to be feeling good. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. And now back to your game in Waco. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. Baylor and TCU. Seems like this game almost always delivers. Fellas, let's send things back to you.
And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with Coach Aranda at the half, he wanted to remind his team that they have been in moments like this before. They lost last time these 2 teams played, and they want to build on that experience and make a different outcome this time around. He told them, we have got to be focused and meet the moment, have even more energy, because this rivalry game is what energy is all about. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Flagway. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And we talked about this at half, man. They've got to start to pressure the quarterback more. This offense had a lot of success. You got to make this guy feel uncomfortable. And the first drive out of the half, they do exactly that.
And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Buying time to his right. He's going to run it. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a 1st down, new set of downs for the offense.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for a crease. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
To the air, it's Craig. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's 3rd down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical. Make sure he doesn't catch that football.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Keeping his eyes downfield. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal.
And this offense, they don't want a field goal. You can tell. They want a touchdown. They want points. 4th down, going for it. And how about the QB, man? How about the poise? Dropping back to throw the football. Nah, it's not open. Nothing there I don't feel comfortable with. But he absolutely pulls the trigger, makes the decision, tucks it, and gets the big 4th down conversion.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
I mean, they didn't reinvent football on this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch, and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in this second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
TCU 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Baylor sends out the offense to go to work. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Handoff from the gun. Got the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Quick give. It's Turner. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. Quarterback empties his backfield. Here's Lagway to pass. Throws to the tight end. In traffic, it's Livingston. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Got it. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. The lead now up to 7 at 24-17.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Horned Frogs offense offense takes the field ready to get going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Snap on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take off. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Horned Frogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. This offense is feeling itself right now, and momentum's coming along with them. Fresh center down's going to the air. They get to him as he throws. Couldn't hang on to that when this defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. The Horned Frogs pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Drops back. It's Craig. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right. It's Dwyer. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! A great catch and run for 6.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on.
Flagway on the play action. Keeps it going. Trying to beat the D deep. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Flagway from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And the Bears send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Finds his big tight end. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Finds his target. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got his man. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. A first down run on the doorstep. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Selling the fake. Right side, it's Jackson. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's third and goal. Makes the grab. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Interesting decision here for the head coach. Do you just kick the field goal and guarantee yourself the lead, or do you go for the touchdown and try to create a little bit of separation between yourself and your opponent here in the fourth quarter?
No field goal attempt here. They'll try to break the tie here in the fourth with a touchdown. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! They take the lead here in the fourth.
Big-time kick right there, man. Fourth quarter, clutch time. You needed to come through to take the lead, and now the pressure goes to the defense. You got to keep this lead. Got to get a stop or 2 more, and you can get the dub in this football game.
Wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking for running room. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Second and long here. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. The screen. He can go. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Bears are marching down the field. Gets the back moving. They'll run it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Throwing, Lagway. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Freeman. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Runs through a man. He might have space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Drops back on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Max got it on the screen. Nice move there. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Bears go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll go back to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Lagway on the move. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Horned Frog sideline, guys, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Rolls right. He throws into the middle of the field. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the defense got really lucky there. I don't know if there was a coverage bust or what. There is no way that receiver should have been that wide open. Lucky for the defense, though, he puts it on the ground.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Now, a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's third and long. The delay of game pushes the offense back. tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on 3rd and long. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. Even after that penalty, the defense can still get after them on a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Craig. Rush right in his face. Complete in the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first. A chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Gonna run it. It's Payne. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to Pater. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Changing the routes with his receivers. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And he got it! And they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Sends it back in motion. Here's Lagway to pass. He's taking a deep shot. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. Got his man in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me.
Personal foul.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Still looking. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And you got to bang a timeout right here. You've got 2 left. After running the football, save as many seconds as you can to give yourself an opportunity to come back and win this game.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Lagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. Out wide right, it's Klopfenstein. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! And they tie the game inside a minute to go in regulation.
Man, that's a big kick. That's a big moment, a lot of pressure. He delivers, ties this football game up late in the 4th quarter.
TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got the 1st down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going downfield for the big play. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the...
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. On the draw, it's Turner. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, That's a great way to finish the deal.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Right side, it's Livingston. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. So they'll send out the field goal team to try to take the lead here in overtime. Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Payne. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run him again. Taken down.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere. They're able to make a big-time play.
Third down here in overtime and some work to do. Trying to slip through and pick it up. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now I can play action, opens the whole playbook.
1st and goal, and a touchdown will win it. Back to throw, it's Craig. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.